Robert.
He is.
Hey, Robert.
I can see a good friend of mine.
Hey, how you doing, my buddy?
Thank you for inviting me in and joining your show and talking about this subject that you like to talk about. Don't base your happiness on other people.
And thank you for joining the live stream. Uh, just gonna try to look for a decent background over here. So today we're gonna talk about. It's not smart to base your happiness on any relationship, and why. Why do
True.
you think, in your own words, Robert, it's not important to base your happiness on any relationship?
Well, you just can't depend on people. That's the truth. I mean, it doesn't matter. Even your own parents can fail you sometimes. Friends can fail you. Your wife can fail you. I mean, anything can happen. You just can't base your happiness on some people. You just got to move on and don't let it get the best of you. Now, of course, I'm going to point out there is some people that cannot move on and have a real hard time dealing with stuff, and it will be best for them to contact someone that can help them. Um, get through over. Talk to a psychiatrist or someone that will help them. Build confidence in themselves. Um, and that's a lot of people don't have confidence, and you just gotta work on it and believe in yourself is the most important thing. And that's what I have to say about it. Just don't be don't be dependent on people. You know that's all.
Is your dog? I hear your dog. That's
Yeah,
true.
I wish I can shut them up. Believe me,
Oh, it's okay. He's your dog. You love your dog. I know how much you love your dog.
I love babies.
That's your baby.
Yeah,
Uh,
babies.
I just want to say that the reason I wanted to bring up this topic is because there's a lot of people out there that cannot handle rejection. There's a lot of people that do base their happiness on other people because that's the level they are socially. Like this, and it doesn't matter the age anymore, but it usually happens with young people, which it has. You could say they're insecure, but it really is lack of knowledge, because knowledge is power. This is why I highly recommend for people to read books on this issue, because usually authors put in a lot of research to write incredible books, and there's a lot of incredible books that will empower a person who's at a level where they don't know how to deal with rejection. Let's face it, rejection is not an easy thing to deal with, especially if you're not mentally and spiritually strong enough to handle it. And we all have been rejected one time in our lives. And I just want to say that the reason why it's dangerous to base your happiness on a person, because what are you going to do if you if who you were and your happiness was based on that relationship, whether it was a wife, a husband, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and all of a sudden they decide they don't want you in their life anymore. You could fall into a really deep depression. You could, even want to take your life. Some people, they it hits them so hard that they don't want to live anymore, which is really really sad. And which is the reason why I wanted to bring up this topic, is to knowledge is power, is to encourage someone that may be listening to this live stream, to remind them you're important, you're unique, you're special. There's
I,
too many men and too many women for you to roll over and not want to live anymore and die for anyone. Yes, it's painful when someone doesn't want to be in your life, who you've invested so much time of yourself. Of course, it's painful. Of course, you're gonna cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. Let it out, but don't hold it in. And I highly recommend that you find this. Some, like I said, there's a lot of good books out there, because knowledge is power, that will really encourage you, to help you have a better understanding of what it's like not to be with a person that has been a part of your life for such a long time. And then even if you don't like to read, or you have a hard time reading, they got a lot of good apps out there that you can download in the App Store that will scan the pages for you and read it at the speed that you want it to read, and you can read along with it. But don't stop loving yourself. Continue to be kind to yourself. Continue to love yourself.
Mm.
Because if everybody was the same, it would be a boring world. Now, I have a question for you, Robert.
Sure. Go ahead.
Is Was there a time that you would like to share? You don't have to get into too much detail, where you invested so much time in a person and they failed you?
No, not really. I mean, I'm recently divorced, but it hurt. You spend so much time of your life working, working towards something, but then they give up on you, and you can't hold it against you. It wasn't you. They just gave up. The person who left, the one who filed the divorce, is the person who gave up. And I'm the type of person, if I'm in something, I'm I'm full force. I'm there for you. If I say I'll be there for you, I am there for you. But if
So,
they up, then I did what I had to do. That's it. Yes, it hurts, but you move on. You just go on and you move and you realize people can fail you and will fail you. Doesn't matter. The only person that won't fail you is Jesus. He will not fail you. He will
amen.
always be there for you. And that's the most important thing. If you don't have a foundation that's based in your with God, you're lost. And that's all I can have to say. You're a lost person. You know, you just got to move on, take one step at a time, and He'll carry you. Believe me, He does. You know, and the baddest times of your life, He will carry you. And sometimes it'll lift you up, and you really feel good. And that's my answer to that. Just move on. Keep your head up high. Keep your head up high. Be strong. You know who you are. Do what you can. And be the best you can. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Rob, for sharing that. I know a little bit about what you're going through or what you went through. It's never easy when someone decides, for whatever reason, they want out in a relationship, whether it's marriage or you've been in a long-term relationship with a girlfriend or boyfriend. It's not easy. It takes time to get over it. And but if you don't base your happiness, if you didn't base your happiness on that relationship, you'll be able to deal with it. Because you'll realize, hey, listen, even though I feel like this person took a part of me, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna continue to be kind to myself and love. Because like you said, it's not always something that you did wrong. They just want it out for whatever reason. And I honestly believe, and I always say this and believe this, which it will help you if you live it, if you apply it to your life. I believe that a person has to love themselves enough and love the person enough to let that person go. If
That's right.
if you can't love yourself enough and love that person enough to go, then you really didn't love them. And then it's just you. It was control. And
Yeah.
what do you say about that?
Yeah, I agree with that because yeah, if someone doesn't love you, you can't force them. You can't force no one to love you. You can't force people to be your friend. You can't force anybody to do whatever you want them to do. You can't force them. If they tell you no or I don't feel the same way, you can't fight. You can't. You just have to accept it. Yeah, okay. You love them, but they don't love you anymore. They say I don't love you anymore, and you move on. You get up. You say, you know what? It hurts, but I'm going to move on because I can't stay stuck in a situation where I'm going to say every day, "Oh, why did this happen?" There's a lot of things that happen to a lot of people. You're not the only one. So move on. You get up, you move on. You fall, and that's one I like. It's one of my most favorite lines from one of the movies, Batman, the first one. You know, Uh, he says, he says, "Why do we fall, Bruce?" And the kid Bruce says, "I don't know." He says, "Because we can pick yourself back up. To pick yourself back up. It's the main thing. You fall, we fall, we pick ourselves back up. You know. So if something bad happens in your life, and if you feel like you have fallen, pick yourself back up. And like I said before, hold up that chin. You know, do what you got to do to move on because life doesn't stop.
Life goes,
Life keeps going.
and
So
life goes on, right?
life goes on, doesn't change.
And to anyone that may be listening to this live stream, I just want to remind you that you're important. You're amazing because if everybody was the same, it would be a boring world. It really would.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe that everyone in this planet, whether they're struggling with a disease or illness or a weight problem, maybe they're too heavy or too skinny, there's a lot of good books that a lot of hard work was put into that will help you because knowledge is power, that will empower you and help you
Yeah.
become whatever area that you're struggling with, whatever that area is. But don't give up. Don't lose hope. You're important, man. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, even though I'm hurting and I'm crying, because many times, and I'll admit it, it takes a man and a real person to admit it, but it's very healthy to cry. It is not good to leave things inside of you. Don't, don't hurt yourself. Don't want to stop living just because.
Sorry for those who are tuning in trying to listen. Listen. Um hey, Winnie and Paisley. I'm sorry, buddy.
That's what
It's part of life. We don't get dogs. And
he's
I
going
also look like I'm sorry, folks. I work a night shift, so I don't really sleep. So I notice that my eyes are sagging in the
to.
image, and I look like I could take a nap or two. I look like I won a couple of rounds with Rocky Balboa or something, or Mr. T. So I am tired. So
That's okay.
that looks better. But I'm sitting there talking. Okay, thank you guys for being quiet. So
It's okay.
anyway, yeah. So
So I was saying that, and if you like, you can add or respond that a person should never think that it's them. There's too many women and too many men for people to want to stop living. You have to
huh,
continue to love
yeah,
yourself and be kind to yourself. What do you think?
I agree with that because there's like there's a couple saying there's many fish in the sea, and
Man,
and uh, and my my friend, my mother used to always say, yeah, you don't need friends like that. Your friends like that, you can get a dime a dozen. So it's the only special ones you want to keep the quarters. I should add to that analogy. So anyway, well, my friend, thank you for checking in and inviting me to your chat. I enjoyed chatting with you, and have a. I hope this. Unless you want to say something else, I'll respond. But anyway, it was thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
and yeah, it was a pleasure of talking with you, not to you, with you,
Exactly.
together thing. And I just want to leave it, say the last thing and say that whatever anybody may be going through, I know it's not easy letting go of someone that you invested so much time in your life. If you need to cry, cry. Find a good friend that you could trust. Or if you don't really can't trust anybody, there's a lot of good books out there. Whatever it is that you need help in, whether it's a weight problem, you have a sickness, you want to get healthy, you want to run a marathon, whatever it is, there's a lot of good books out there, and they got apps that will help you read it at the speed that you want. Knowledge is power, my friends. There's too many beautiful men and too many beautiful women for you to stop living and stop loving yourself for one person. There's billions of men and women. You know,
All right.
maybe you need
All
to
right.
get of a cat or a dog, but continue to be kind to yourself. And I thank you for listening. And please follow me at I started a TikTok at is the Wiz 25 because I would like to start a live chat over there too, and also on Facebook, Israel Ramos. I'm also on on Facebook, and my friend. Could you tell them to? You could also follow my friend. Could you tell them your if you
Well,
want?
it's Man of Film on Facebook, and it's I believe it's my name on YouTube, or you can go to my channel, which is Cahill Digital. But I don't have many subscribers. I'm like three. You know, this man here is he's a big one. You know,
No,
so
you have, I believe, 400 and something followers on Facebook.
well, just Facebook, but I have like three subscribers on on YouTube, and I think 88 on thing. But I don't do much. You know, I just once in a while I just like to do videos. So if you want to tune in, check my channel out. I appreciate it. If you want to hop on my Facebook, it's still Man of Film 360 is my handle, I should say, and you can look there. And if you see what you like, you know,
Are you talking about?
follow
Are you talking about YouTube or Facebook?
Facebook. I'm saying Man of Film
Um,
on Facebook, and on YouTube, I'm Robert Cahill or Cahill Digital. So I'm there. So you know, have a I'll just say thank you if you are watching. I hope people are watching, but yeah, maybe later on. It's not always the first time you could do this that you see people show up on your live streams, and you know, I I do. But when you do get to see this, I do thank you for watching. And if you watch all the way through, I think especially thank you for watching all the way through. So have
well,
a I
you know,
say have a good day. And
humility is a powerful thing. It's like it reminds me of a scene when Rocky, the character that he plays, when he tells Adrian, "Yo, Adrian, I was just wondering if you don't mind marrying me too much." You
that's
know,
right. Confidence.
and maybe
Uh,
next time we go live, because Robert is independent filmmaker, so am I. I did a film. You could check it up on YouTube. I wrote it, directed. It's my first film. It's called A Lonely Fall. You could get it on YouTube. You'll see a Caucasian man sitting on the bench. It's a romantic comedy.
like the
And
ones you can wait. Sorry if I interrupt you. It is on YouTube. The trailer is on YouTube. But if
I,
you want to watch this, if you would like to watch this man's film, it's on Tubi TV. And just if you have that as you signed up for that with a lot of free movies, it is on there. And just type in A Lonely Fall, and it will show up, and it'll give you a description. It's
and
worth a watch.
my
So
friend Robert plays the DJ in the
yeah,
movie.
I play a voice. I live too far away to be in the movie. So
he,
anyway,
anyway, well, thank you and God bless everyone. And I hope that
yeah,
you continue to love yourself, forgive yourself, and be kind to yourself. And until next time, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will leave my Facebook and TikTok so you could follow if you like what you heard, and also my friend on the descriptions.
all right,
Okay, and everyone said bye bye.
bye bye.
Okay, thank you, Robert.
Yeah, you're welcome, pal. All
God
right,
bless.
God bless.